Hey guys, welcome back to Chaos Cabin. It is day 445. The next horde night is 448, so I've got about 3 days to get a new base built. This base fortified to where it'll withstand a horde night, or I need to get back to my main base that will withstand a horde night's attention. So I'm gonna spend a day rearranging this house and fortifying it because I will be here at least a couple more days. So I'm going to move things around and fortify the exterior and collect some resources and see if I can't get my forge going so I can be producing iron and steel and cement and whatnot to build this new base. So here we go. I tend to use the wood frames to measure things out, and then I like to put the campfire in the wall instead of on the floor or even on a frame in front of the wall. If I put it in the wall, then I don't get so near it and overheat like I do if I put it on the floor. I've actually stepped on it, caught my dumbass on fire. And if I put it on a table, then I tend to stand too close to it when I'm working with it, and again, overheat. This just is a technique I've learned to avoid that. I've found that if you attach these secure chests to either a north or a south wall, you can put them flat up against the wall so they don't appear to be hovering. For some reason, you can't do that on an east or west wall, and so I have learned to kind of focus my builds on the north and south wall. I want to put a forge in here, and I'm going to embed it in the wall so it takes up less space. So I'm using the frames to measure that and figure out where I can put it without wiping out the toilet, because of course I want to leave the toilet there so I can continue to harvest turds. I don't think I can stress the importance of turds in the apocalypse enough. After all, that is what you use to make fertilizer with. I put a quick dump box near the entrance to all my bases so that I can transfer the contents of my backpack into it and sort it out later when I have more time. The boxes on the left will be for guns, gun parts, and ammunition, and the boxes on the right will be for construction supplies, anything I loot, and projects that are going to be built in the forge. I think I left the forge in the box over by where I'm building the new base, so I'll have to get that later. I'm going to go downstairs and finish looting, and then go outside and start upgrading this place. Really? That's all? Ooh, cat food. I'll take that. Alright, I'm going to go outside and start working on the house. I'm going to need a bunch of spikes to go across there and all the way around the house, basically, to keep the spiders from climbing up the sides. I know I could put a block of any shape up there and it would keep the spiders out just as well as spikes, but nothing says stay out of my house like a row of spikes. I always like to clear out all the cactus around the house, otherwise I'll step in it, cause myself damage. I'll also remove the grass and weeds here just for visibility so that the crawlers don't slither through there like a snake in the grass and break my leg. That needs some spikes. I'm trying to focus on the worst parts right now. If I have time later, I'll come around and upgrade the rest of this, at least at the ground level. The roof overhang and the porch roof should prevent any other spider zombies from getting up onto the roof, so I'll leave that for now. I'll clean some of the debris from around the front porch, and then I'll fully spike it. I'll fully spike the back porch, and then we'll take a look and see what the house looks like. These steps gotta go. That's just asking for trouble. Now they've got an obstacle course before they can get through that door. Now I'm going to go around and upgrade the rest of the spikes. When I'm done with that, we'll take a walk around and look at the house. Alright, let's take a look. Now again, let me reiterate that this is not a horde base. This is just a place to hide and retreat and a place to keep my supplies. While I'm building the horde base, it'll be down the road. I have accepted the fact that they're going to get into the first floor and made my safe space on the second floor, and the eaves and the roof on the porches and those spikes will keep zombie spiders from climbing up and coming in the windows, and the spikes around the porch will slow them down getting to the door. And I may just block the doors off completely by the time I'm done. So while I won't be able to actually fight the zombies at this location, I'll be able to craft during the night and plan out my next move for building the new base. And it's only going to be for a few nights anyway, so that is good enough for me. I looked in the trunk of the mini bike and was able to find a cooking pot and a glass beaker and my forge that I brought along. I thought that was over at the other base, but I must have had the foresight to leave it in the bike. So I'll set those all up and I'll be able to be productive overnight instead of just twiddling my thumbs. It's almost nighttime, and so I'm going to have to go inside here in just a few minutes, but I figured I'd spend what time I could outdoors and clear up this scrub grass a little bit. This does several things. One, it replenishes my supply of fiber, and fiber seems like a little thing, but it's pretty important. Really, you can use it for a lot of various things. The other thing it does is it eliminates crawlers from being able to hide in the brush, and it also reveals birds' nests that I never would have seen. It also reveals rocks, and it reveals those small cactus that I always walk over or step on, and that cause me some damage. In fact, you can see my health meter is down right now a little bit because I've stepped on those stupid cactus, so that's why I do this. Anyway, I'm just going to do this until it gets too dark, and then I'm going to go inside, and I will spend the evening, the night hours, organizing and crafting stuff for tomorrow. You might have noticed my technique for doing this is to crouch and just move forward, aiming at the top of the shrubs, holding the trigger down, and that way I can just mindlessly go through here and mow the grass. Alright, it is a new day, and I'm going to come out here and just collect as much stuff as I can and get that out of the way so I have food and rock and iron and other resources, and then I think tomorrow I will head over and start working on the new base. So for now, harvest, loot. Damn, that guy was carrying some actual meat. Alright, cue the montage. Yeah, I'll harvest your ass, my little sugar cookie. What you got for me? Well, that's a full meal in an apocalypse. I'll take it. I found a nearby clay pit, so I stocked up on that so I could put some in the forge and use the other to make cobblestone rocks with. Well, I've got my forge up and running now, so I'm just going to add this clay to it, and then I'll spend the rest of the night organizing and getting ready to go to the new site tomorrow and start building that foundation for the new horde base, which will be an actual fighting horde night horde base. So I expect that's where this series is going to really take off. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. Also, leave me a comment. Later, fellow survivors.